Alright, we're gonna test this out. The game doesn't go full screen. Maybe I need to actually have it full screen on my side. Full screen. Alright, let's see if that does it. Okay, I think that did it. Okay, so let me come over here and pause that stream. Minimize that. Okay, so this is Tibia. This is maybe one of my favorite MMOs, if not my favorite MMO. For anybody that doesn't know this, that happens to be watching. Currently I'm on, I believe this is my druid. Yeah, so I'm just doing my daily gathering real quick. Going back to sleep. And then I'll explain all this in a second. Here's another druid of mine. Currently with this druid, I'm just offline training. Master Source. Over here. Get my mana potions. Eat some food. Go back to sleep. Go to Paladin on a different server. Train. Druid. Train. Knight. Train. Then I'll get on my main character and explain a little bit about it. So this is my knight. I wonder how... So last time I streamed this game, the text was very hard to read. I wonder if that's still the case. Let me open up my browser real quick. It's readable, but it's not the best. I think it mostly does the job, so that's fine. Ooh, the background music's still going. That shouldn't be happening. So let's delete that. Ooh, transition. There we go. But now we're not getting game sound. So we'll go Tibia game sound. Window Tibia. Okay, transition. Let's see if we get any. I don't think the sound is coming over. Hmm. Oh, the sound's coming, but it's... You can't hear the background sound? I'm not sure. Well, I guess I can play. Is my camera frozen? It looks like my camera's frozen. Son of a bitch. Let's try this. Yep. Alright, time to unplug and plug the camera back in. Which one is it? Okay. Fuck. Fucking dumb shit. Hey, I think that's better now. Okay. So maybe I need to turn the... Oh, too loud. Too loud. That's probably good enough. Okay, minimize that. Come back in here. Okay, so this is Tibia. It's MMO from '97. Probably the first, if maybe the second MMO. Damn, still, I've not been finding any of that. I don't know. There's a lot to this game, like at a high level, which I don't play on, but it's not too difficult to understand. You can be a knight, a druid, a paladin, a sorcerer, and you go out and kill shit. There is you do lose a lot of skills and experience if you die. You have a chance to drop all your gear along with your backpack, though those can be mitigated by having. Am I down still? Yeah. Those can be mitigated by having blessings. Oop, that's not the button for blessings. This is the button for blessings. So I have all the main blessings that you can have. So I lose 90. Depending on the fair fight rules, you lose between 70% and 94% less experience, blah, 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 blah. Don't really have to worry too much about that, because hopefully I'm not going to die. Because right now I am level 103, as seen at the top left, and I'm just killing shit to fuck around and just hang out. I do have a guild named Divine Sanction. I have a house in Carlin, or I have a guild house in Carlin. Though mostly the guild house is just so my other characters have a bed to go to sleep in, and I can get soul points and mana and whatnot. Though I'm not usually at the house because I have to go all the way back to Carlin, which is my favorite town. But I don't want to go back there every time I want to log off. So I'm trying to get my bestiary done, which you get for killing an X amount of every creature in this game. So the elf scouts, I need to get 60 more. Oh shit, no. Yeah. It said 440 out of 215. That confused me for a second. So this is like an elven camp in Yalahar. Oh, I don't know if this patch came out, but they just added where free accounts can come to this island, which will probably bring in more botters here. That seems to be the concern, but it's not. What are you going to do? Just report them. Hopefully they get banned. So, Elf Arcanist. Do I have you tracked? Oh, if I do, you're really far down here. Elf Arc. So, yeah, not tracked, but I've killed 250 of them. That's not too bad. So with my knight, especially against enemies like this, I typically just do auto run. So my character auto runs to them, and I kill them pretty quickly. But for most other creatures, like there's a dragon down here, you kind of want to stay diagonal to him, and you want to use different abilities. Because he does he does that, then he does a diagonal like Firebomb. I can also skin him, which it's been a little bit since it's probably been a couple of weeks since I've actually played the game. I've mostly been offline training and doing other shit. But you can skin the dragons. There's other dragons down here. See, I shouldn't have stood in front of him. Taking needless damage. Skin him. Then I don't think I have it tagged, but I do have a bleed, more or less, that I can put on them. Most people, if you watch, I'll call it the tryhards of Tibia, their screens look fucking wild for how much shit they have on there. I use like 2 abilities. I don't do all the other bullshit. I'll maybe put like a giant, like the earthquake ability on if I'm trying to clear a whole bunch of small enemies. I just don't want to play that way, so I don't care too much. So with all these dead bodies, that means somebody else is here. Or at one point in time, somebody else was, I would say, within the last 5-10 minutes. And I just go by and loot them all. Let's see. So they might be down here. And a lot of this game does revolve around just chugging the fuck out of potions. Because you want to fight things that give you a lot of experience, because a lot of people treat this like in-game Diablo. Or trying to think of another game where people play it this specific way. Because there's no level cap in this game, so you can level forever. And you get faster every level, and you get stronger every level. So what people would do is they would just grind for like days, years, months at a time, like hours and hours, just grind like the same enemy over and over and over again to get experience, to easier grind over and over and over again to get experience, to keep on leveling up, to like no real end. I don't personally find that fun, so I just kill whatever I want to kill without too much thought into it. I should have deposited stuff last time I was in town. It doesn't seem like I did because I'm already out of cap. I'm back here. Because there was such thing as like what they call like waste in this game, which is how much money you're using to do a hunt versus how much you're getting back. Which is shown in this hunt analyzer over here, which I have up just for fun. But supplies will show how much, like, so if I eat food or like I use a potion, let me use a potion. So it adds the cost of the potion to the supplies, and then the loot is how much you've looted, both from money directly or things that you could sell for money. And then balance is your loot minus your supplies and how much you actually earned. Some people use this for group hunts. Well, I think there's a group analyzer, but I don't think I've ever really grouped in this game. It's just so people can like min-max how much money they're using on potions and supplies for any given hunt for what they're coming away with money-wise. I don't typically care myself, but if it's a huge waste, I probably won't do the hunt because I would rather have some money to continue to buy potions since I'm not doing any like big major hunts. But there are some where you're like to kill one enemy, you're wasting a lot. Though that's probably if you're going for a specific thing as opposed to you want to hunt them long term. Like these guys, I kill one hit and I'm looting things. So this, I'm not wasting anything these, but I'm also not getting a lot because elf scouts are like a relatively early enemy. I need to drop this dragon meat and go pick up the elf talisman. Any loot that you see that is green, let's see if we find another one. Like the elf talisman, usually that is a like a cosmetic thing where somebody can craft or trade for a cosmetic, and then other players will buy that for a lot of money. So it actually gives, it's kind of like ore in World of Warcraft, where higher levels don't want to go getting like copper ore and all that. So higher levels will pay a lot of money for it, so lower levels have a way to make money while doing something for their level. So like the elf talisman, if I go here, other players are buying them for around 2,600 a piece. So lower levels could just farm that to make a lot of money. These higher levels are farming things that sell for a lot more for money, so that 2600 is nothing to them. So I will go back in town and offload a lot of this shit. I also need to make sure I have money for rent for my guild house. I don't remember how much rent is, but it's probably... Oh, I also have a mount. Currently I'm riding a tiger. Or a lion. Alright, this is the depot. Let's just do this. I just want to stow everything in my containers. It's been a while since I've actually sold shit, so my stuff is probably all out of whack. I might need to deposit gold as well. Where's that guy? I think he's over here. I usually mark the map because I don't remember a lot of things, but I don't remember them specifically for towns because I'm not usually in this town. Here's NPC. A lot of it is done by typing. So this is the banker. I want to tell him I deposit all my money, and then I can do it. Then I can ask for my balance. So I'm doing pretty good on money. So how much is my rent? Own house. So that's not that bad. 250k, not bad on rent. So I have the money. Yeah. I'm doing pretty good. I thought rent was more, but I guess that was when I bid for the house. Maybe, well, actually, no, I think I only got the guild house for like one coin because nobody else bid on the house. Because the houses in this game are a fucking pain in the ass to get. Like, they're a commodity, so people were bid way too much money for a fucking house to try to flip it or some other bullshit. But guild houses are a little bit harder to get because you have to have a guild full of people that are paying like the sub fee. I think you need like 3 or 4 of them as like your co-founders. And you always have to have them in your part or in your guild, and they all have to have the sub fee. So it's kind of a hassle to get. Thankfully, I found people that had either characters on this server that they don't care about but are subbed, so I was able to get them to join so I could get a guild house for like nothing. But if they ever leave and I can't find people to replace them, then I do lose the guild house. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Making sure nothing for work came up, but nothing did. Let me bring this. Nope, close that. Bring this back up. Okay. And I don't do any fancy hunts in this game, and I also never look anything up, or very rarely do I look things up. Like sometimes I'll have to, because the quests in this game can be kind of a pain in the ass. So like I think getting here to Yalahar, I had to look that up because I just couldn't figure it out. You had to do some like weird shit that I would have never found. But generally, I try to figure things out myself. And then if I can't, like how to do a specific quest or where to go, then I'll look that up. Because a lot of the quests in this are pretty old school on like hands off. And if memory serves, when I played this back in like 2004, it was like a community effort to figure it out. So. And I'm playing on Gladera, which is a optional PvP server. But I never won a PvP in this game. Like, there are people way too good at it. Even though they kind of made it a little more fair than it used to be, I don't want to do it. Where am I at? I'm getting there on my Elf Scouts. I keep on accidentally moving. Oh, well, I guess I can move myself to get some of these guys dead. I don't think this goes for anything. Somebody's buying it for about 1,000. Back here, got you. So once I finish with the Elf Scouts, I'm probably not going to deal with the Arcanists. So I might go explore further in on Yellowheart. Because it gets, I think this is how it works, it gets harder as you go in the circle around. Because it is, like there's different districts. You got the Foreign, the Arena, Alchemist, Cemetery, Magician. Sunken Quarter, I don't know what's in there. Pirates? Factory Quarter, no idea what's in there. Then Trade Quarter. I don't know what's in most of these because I've not been in there. Alright, let's kill you. I think there's a lot of guys upstairs here, so let me... Yeah. Get him up. And I don't typically move diagonal in this game, but you can. Actually, I don't think I would. Hello. Because I reset Q and E, which is how you go up, left, and up, right. Did I do Q and E? Oh, no, I didn't. I guess I'm getting mixed up with what I do in World of Warcraft. So I've not done that in this game yet. Maybe when I have more abilities I want to use, but... Oh, and I'll show why I'm doing the bestiary in a second. How many we got here? Just one. And they're adding some more stuff for free accounts. Like I believe they're adding offline training to a certain extent, which is good because offline training, especially early on, is damn near necessary modern day. Well, maybe not necessary, but it helps you a shit ton. And I don't know if they added quick loot, or maybe that's always been free. I can't remember. But they're adding more abilities because there's a lot of abilities in the game that were previously locked behind paying for the sub. So some classes, like Knights, I think only had like one attack ability. Granted, I'm only using one, but they only had one low-level attack ability that just got added like a couple months ago. I'm not sure where the casters got added, but it's probably just more than they had. Haste was added as an ability that everybody can use now, which is really good. Especially depending on what level you are, you're extremely slow. Okay. And like, I wonder how people used to do this back in like 2004 or so. Because I remember dragons being like kind of a pain in the ass, and like the recommended for certain classes was like about level 20. As a knight, I think fighting dragons sucks. Like it's not hard, but they do a lot of damage still, even like at a level 100 or so. So I wonder if people used probably like dragon necklaces to reduce the fire damage, or like what the strategy was, other than like maybe they just group hunt the dragons. Not entirely sure. One more elf scout, and I am done with the elf scouts. Alright, I'm done with them. So I'll show what that does in a second. Okay. Do, 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 do. Let's see. Okay, so with Elf Scout, so what you get for killing them, though you can look all this stuff up nowadays, but the more you kill, the more you can see what they drop. Nothing too fancy on these, and you get charm points. And so what charm points are is you can unlock different, like, I guess, charms. I would call them more ruins. And you can assign them to a specific creature. So whatever creature you add it to, that will trigger when you're fighting them. I wish it was more broad and you could be like, hey, I just want this on my character, so it's all creatures I fight. But the way people play this game, usually they're killing the same creature millions of times. So for people that play this way, I think the charms make more sense. I don't like playing that way necessarily. So I just find it kind of a shitty system. But that's just me. But I guess next to Bestiary I do, maybe I can add it to them. So the first one I did was target creature with a certain chance to deal 5% of its initial hit points as physical damage once. I did it because it was the cheapest, though they do get very expensive. And I only have 500. So like if I'm getting any of these, I need to do a lot more bestiaries. So I can untrack him, and let's just go to the next area and see. I think Minotaurs are down here. So I'm in this one now. Yeah. So these are Minotaurs. I think I have most Minotaurs unlocked. So I don't want to fuck with that. I'm not sure about Crazed Beggar. Let's look that up. Crazed. So now I've not really killed too many Crazed Beggars. So let's see if there's a lot of them over here. It's been a while since I've been over here. I don't remember any of this. I don't remember this pyramid being in the middle of this area. There's probably been years since I've been over here. I'm pretty sure I have all these except the Troll Champion. That's a cool little smoke effect. I don't remember them having that. Or maybe they already... Maybe that was always there. Let's see. Oh, there's pirates. There's luck. Oh, no, those are dwarves. Oh, no. Okay, well, dwarf pirates. I think... oh, I need pirates for this quest down here. Okay. So I need 3,000 pirates. I've killed a lot of pirates. Because that's what I was on Pirate Island or Naminor or whatever it's called. For a while, just killing shit. So let me move this over here. Okay. Yeah, these are just pirate-ass pirates. So let's see. Oh, we got some music going on. Oh, the music and sound effects got added, I would say, within the last couple of years as well. Like, this game used to be completely silent. I enjoy all the sound effects. I think they're pretty good. But now, for me, it's sort of hard to remember the game without sound. So I wonder what pirates there are over here that maybe I've not fought before. So I've fought all these before. Okay, well this is the end of the docks. Okay, that's that. In different parts of ground, you go different speeds on. And there's like a speed threshold for every different kind of tile. So in order for you to go faster, you have to meet the threshold. So like I have boots of haste on, which add some amount of speed. But like now I have my still boots on, or guardian boots on, which gives me more armor, but I lose the speed. Which doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. It just depends on like how fast you want to get to point A to point B. There's no other Corsair. Hey, hey. Let's go kill him. There we go. And I do a lot of auto attacking. Like I'm not trying to like rush or anything. So I'm cool just chilling auto attack. That's why I'm playing a knight. If I wanted to use a lot of spells and magic, I'd play other classes. Like the experience per hour, I just don't care about. Because to me, that's like a dangerous cycle to get into any game. Because then the fun that you're making yourself for the game is just non-stop, like hardcore gaming. To me, that's boring. Like I'd rather explore. And I've done exploring and fucking dying. It sucks. You go down a wrong hole in this game and you're dead. Oh, where's this guy? You reach the magic... Oh, no. You good reason... Right, so click ship. There are two small islands west of Yalhar. Not sure if the official name, but people call them Mist Rock and the other one Fin Rock. Oof. So yeah, I got no idea what those are. So that's Fin Rock, Mist Rock. Let's say Fin Rock. Am I going to die? So I'm going to put here way off island. You can set markers on your map that... Oh, I don't want to die. Like, I don't know what's on this island. Oh, okay, I fought these guys before. They're not bad. I need to eat some food. Okay, so I don't get lost. What I do is always put... always put a message way out. It's very easy in some caves in this game to just get turned around because you don't know where the fuck you are. What I don't want to happen is I come across an enemy I'm not ready for and I get like one shot, which can easily happen in this game. I was on, I don't remember the name of the island anymore, but I was on some island a couple weeks ago and I just accidentally fell down a hole because I wasn't paying attention and I died real quick. I lost my level, I lost my experience, my skills, it sucked. Then you have to go back to all the towns and get your blessings back so you don't lose even more experience. Occasionally, some of these you can go in. I don't know how you know the difference. Maybe it's if there's a icon on the map. These guys summon wolves. So we need to be careful of any like pitfalls in the map. They can be hard to see, but usually if you see them type thing. Okay, so I don't want to speak too soon, but this just might be a barbarian island for like low levels, which was on the first section of Yalahar, so I guess that would make sense. is usually there's some logic to the game and where they put enemies and all that, but sometimes they just fuck you. Early on, more often than not, there's signs being like, hey, danger, don't go here. But sometimes there's not. Okay, so this part of the island, just barbarians. Let's see what's down. Okay, just rawr. These are pretty early enemies. So, same thing. Exit. Let's go exploring. Carrion worms I haven't killed a lot of. I actually need them, but I've never found them in mass. I also need coal, but I don't remember what for anymore. I think it was one of my missions, and I think they drop coal. Okay, this is... Alright, not bad, just turtles. I was killing these around level 20 or so. They drop like a turtle shell or something that sells for a decent amount. So market, exit. Sometimes you need to get the fuck out real quick. There might be like a blood crab over here or something, which is a little bit tougher, but I don't think it's any issue at this level. It's more of an early level thing. You run into them on Port Hope. And this looks a lot similar to what I recall Port Hope looking like. Alright, the totals take a little bit, like 2 hits to kill. I just want to... get through with them. What's down here? Because you always have to be ready to escape. Especially if you don't know where you are and where enemies are. Like, for all I know, there's some, like, fuck-ass creature somewhere on this level, and I can't do anything about it. Usually you can't swim, but might as well check. Yeah, this doesn't seem like it's going to be anything major. Just a low-level area to kill shit. Can you skin turtles? No. I think this is looping back around. I'm pretty sure I have tortoises done as well. Let's see. Show now. I still have capacity. But this food takes up a lot. Like the dragon ham itself is taking up 540. I still pick it up because I never want to run out of food, but usually you can throw it down on the ground. Like most things in the game, and it's not too big of a deal. Is there anything down here? No? Okay. Doesn't seem like there's anything down. So that's gonna... well, let's get the map just to make sure. Because there could always be a passageway down here. Nope, nothing. And I still pick up gold, even though a lot of players just pick up things that sell for gold, since they're usually way less than gold itself. Usually there's... Oh, here we go. See, I don't know if that means... Okay, I don't have my pickaxe on me, but usually one of the two will break it if there's anything. That might be for a quest. I don't like all this lava I'm seeing. Even if it was like a dragon or something. Okay, can't explore it. So that might be like a quest for a boss or something. I'm not sure. So I'll go check back down here. But there's probably another way in here that I just don't know, or maybe the portal up is something I've not unlocked yet. Because there's a lot of quests in this game that take you to different areas. So if I had to guess, maybe that's what... I didn't stand on it, but usually I don't think standing on it. I don't like that I got off my mount there. Sword on it. Yep. I don't know. Maybe it's a pickaxe thing that I just don't have on me. Maybe it's a quest. I think I've explored all this. Let's go out. So nothing here. That it's probably a boss. But yeah, I don't know. Assuming you're not a bot, Celia. I mean, I don't make money from this, so I would want to pay you for any work that you did, but I don't want to and can't because it's just not in how it goes. And I don't even know what I would use artwork for, to be honest. I had a friend make my little intro thing with the skull and then the like what is it called? Parallax? I don't remember what the graphic style is called going by. Like, I think that's really cool. But that might be the only artwork I have. I have banners, but I don't remember what they look like, to be honest. Turtles and crooks. Maybe quest or portal. So that's all down there. I do have a Discord, though. I don't remember if I have it linked anywhere. But I did make a Discord specifically for, like, my stream, if you will. But I don't know if I have it linked. Which maybe defeats the purpose of having it, but... Is that really it? Maybe something up here? Nope. Alright, well now it's it here. Okay, so nothing really on this island. All right. Passage. Let's go check out Mr. Rock. Okay. ABC to leave. Exit. Ooh, I do not like. Okay. Cyclopses. Cyclopses are nothing. There are probably like evolved cyclopses that fuck me up. I'm pretty sure I got Cyclops Bestiary finished, so I need to maybe find. There's another version of them that I don't remember the name of. They got like a hammer. Okay, I need to start dropping food. We got that done. Let's see what's up here. Oh, that's the guy I was talking about. I don't know if he's actually a harder version, but it's just a different version. Mark this. Exit. Okay. Okay. So getting some more. Oh, he's not as hard as I thought he would be. I mean, maybe he hits hard, but it's hard for me to remember everything in this game because I am level 103, which is not like high by any means of levels in this game. But it's the highest I've ever been, and I'm not used to these enemies, so I don't remember how hard they are. So, like, I know I've fought Smiths before, but I don't remember shit about them. So anytime it's an enemy I've not seen, I'm like, ooh, are they going to like just wallop me and almost kill me? Okay, so I got some progress on the drone. Oof, 50. I'm not even going to track that. There's not enough here to make me want to track it, so far at least. Because you can only track so many things, so I don't want to track something I'm not going to consciously be making an effort for. Alright. So nothing here. Let's go back down. Get some haste on. What did they say to this ticket? That's from an hour ago. Have I been up? Okay, there's some stuff in here. So this is where I need to mark exit. I cannot take the anvil. And this go here. Okay. There we go. And this is a lot of the game. Like, there are missions, but I typically go back and forth between doing the missions. What's the mission log? I always forget what it looks like. The book. So these are all the missions I have. Like, I've completed some of them, but if I go in like Cults of Tibia show, then it's like, Angelo, the expedition leader, asks you to search for missing scientists in the cave. I don't remember where I picked up this quest. So like this, I would have to look up because I can't remember for the life of me where that guy is. If it's an expedition in a cave, maybe on whatever that ice island is. What was that sound? Some sound got made in the game or on mine. I don't know what it was. Okay, so I've not been here. Let's exit. Okay, blood crab. Blood crabs aren't too bad nowadays. Oh, only one of them? Okay. Easy enough. Tibia. Okay. Okay. Ah, you may be drunk. And when you get drunk, you kind of walk in different areas. Well, different directions, kind of like in most games. But in this, depending on who you're fighting against, it can be a huge pain in the ass. I think there's like a dwarven ring or something that makes it where the effects of drunkenness don't affect you. So if you go against like a lot of enemies that consistently make you drunk, and especially if you are like a caster, you don't want to get hit at all. That you would need that ring to make it where you can keep on walking normally. I haven't explored down here. I'm gonna drop some meat. They should add that to this game like WoW, where you can shift click someone's name and it tells you their information. Like, it's a really useful feature. Nope. And that fatal thing was because my weapon I upgraded to a tier 2, which is maybe more effort than it's worth, but I have a 0.50% chance to like crit someone or double attack, whatever the fuck it is. Maybe not worth it, but it's nice when it happens. Oof, okay. When they fight in groups, a little bit more of a challenge. Yeah. Explore. Nope, never explored west. See what's down here. More of this. I don't know what else I expected, but okay, I could see putting a charm on one of these if I wanted to keep on going through this. I don't find this area particularly fun to just keep on going through, so I probably won't. But I could see it. I don't think I ended up looting some of these. Okay. Like, I don't want to farm in place where I have to keep on going, like, fully different areas. I kind of just want, like... I think the Pirate Island... Alright, let's go check real quick. What's the rent on the house? Abdindrol. Okay, 50k is not bad. Assuming he got a 50k one. Aleha. Same fucking dude owning all the houses. I don't see his name. Maybe it was another character. I don't want to go check it up. Oh, it's up, Luca. What are you up to today? Stream going fine. I don't really have a following, if you will, so I'm just chilling, slowly killing things in Tibia. Do you play Tibia? Or I don't know how else you would have came across my stream, unless you're at least interested into it, into the game. I'm currently working and playing Tibia because I do IT, but there's nothing happening at the company I work for. So I'm able to just chill and slowly farm out things in this game. I don't know where that sound is that happens every once in a while. I don't know where that's coming from. Nobody's messaging me over here. I have no idea where that sounds from. Yeah, I consistently play it every couple years. I come back and work on this character. I started playing maybe 2003, 2004 originally. Because I was in like middle school or high school when I started playing the game. And back then I had an E-Machine's computer that I played it on. And then when I went to my dad's house, I had two computers that I played it on, so I was able to do two different accounts. I was able to have like my druid farming ruins on one account in Khazad-dûm, and then my knight on like whatever ice island. I can't remember the name of the ice island right now. Oh, really? Okay, yeah. Like I'm like, fuck. I always forget my age. I'm like 35 or 34. So yeah, I was anywhere between like 15 and 18 when I was really playing this game a lot. After a while, I feel like this happens to a lot of people. Just you can't remember how old you are. Like all the important dates are done, so I never remember. Oh shit! I ran out of cap again. That's a long time to not play. So what made you think to look up the game today? Or do you just check it out every once in a while just to see where it is? Because I occasionally do that with like games I've not played in a very long time that I don't really want to play, but I'm just curious. If you've not played, we said it depends on the last you played, but the most recent updates they've added that are kind of major, or they have. Oh no, didn't mean to do that. They have this loot container thing. You can. All my bags are the same, so you can't really tell the difference. But you can say like, anytime I pick up gold, go to this bag. When I pick up armor, go to this specific bag. So you can have them separated all the time without you having to filter it out. Then you can also have an ignore list that you can be like, all right, I never want to pick up this item. So like I don't pick up all this trash. I'm just going to throw it down anyway. So they have, I don't remember when they added it, but if I do Alt Q, it picks up all the bodies in the square around me. So I don't have to manually like loot specific bodies. I can just loot them all in one go, and then everything gets filtered out to what you have. It's like this is my food bag. I'm trying to think of all the changes. They have they did some slight marketing push because they've been doing so Kipsoft or I always call them Kipsoft, but Sipsoft. I don't know how you actually say their name. They've always been relatively bad at talking to their community, or maybe they used to be better at it, but ever since I've known, they've been kind of bad at communicating changes or asking for like input from the community. But regardless, they've been doing a marketing push and updating the beginning of the game to make it new player friendly, because the game is hard to get into, especially nowadays, because if you die once and you lose all your shit, or you maybe lose all your shit and you lose a couple levels and all your experience, it's kind of brutal, and most modern gamers are not used to that because no real game does that. Like the Souls game do it, which might make this a little bit easier, but the Souls games, you're not losing your level. Like imagine every time you died in like Dark Souls, you lost 4 levels. A lot less people would probably play it. But anyway, they've added a new ability for knights. So knights at a low level have like an early damaging ability that they didn't have previously that free accounts can use. They just recently, like within the last couple days, I don't know if it came out yet or if they're about to release it, but they're adding even more new abilities for all the classes. Like they're making haste available to all free accounts and a couple abilities here and there for the specific classes. They're letting all classes do offline training. I don't know if offline training was in the game when you played, but you can go to a little statue and you can train and you'll get some skills so you don't have to like go AFK attacking a dark monk for like hours at a time just to get your sword skill up. So they added that where free classes can do that now. They added sound to the game. I don't know if you played when they had sound effects and whatnot in the game, but that was not previously in. There's a new, after the tutorial island, which is no longer Rookguard, they have another island that you get on. They added like a new guided new player experience of like, hey, you should go to Vinor and do this like beginning area if you want. And I think that's pretty cool. I don't know who they're necessarily doing it for because I can't imagine that many new players, like brand new players, are coming to the game. It's probably a lot of lapsed players coming back. But, you know, I would rather them try something to get new people in the game. And, like, while it's cool having hunting grounds all to yourself, even if I'm just dicking around here, like, it's better than, you know, 40 people trying to do this area at a time and I can never get any kills in. But I would like to see players in the real world every once in a while. I think coming back, even as a free player, is still fun, but it depends on what you want to do. Like, I don't find it fun to metagame the hell out of this and, like, min-max every single thing and farm the same enemies for hours at a time, like, at a super hyper-focused speed. I kind of just explore and do my thing, and I find that fun. But I guess counter to that, people that find metagaming fun play a lot longer than I do, so I guess they stick with the game more often than not. Worst case, depending on where you live, premium for the game is like $10.50 a month or something. Like, it's not that expensive compared to, like, you know, 15 a month for WoW or whatever. So it's pretty minimum entry if you want to do premium, and it's just free if you want to just play and see how it feels. So I think that sound effect I keep on hearing. Ah, fuck! I didn't mark which one was the exit. Have I been down here? Yeah. I didn't go right. Okay. And this is why I mark the map, is so I know exactly how to get out of the area that I'm in. Like, I'm not in danger in this one, but if this was one that was hard and I was in danger, I'd be kind of fucked. Yeah, the sound effects are cool. I think people still turn them off, maybe because they're used to it. But I really like the sound effects. They were a little weird at first when, you know, after playing the game for like a decade or so without sound. But they're nice. And if depending on if you know what different creatures sound like, you might know when you need to run. Oh, also the lighting. This might have already been in the game when you played. But there's the setting for lighting now where you don't have to have the old school lighting where you can like only see around yourself. Like, you can just turn it off so you can see everything without like not being able to see enemies like 1 foot in front of you. So that makes it with the games, like, I would say, a lot easier than maybe originally intended. But dealing with the torch and all that's such a fucking hassle. And my understanding of why they originally added that feature is because cheaters already found a way to turn that off. And maybe they didn't have a fix for it. So they're like, you know what, fuck it. We put everybody on an even playing ground. So everybody has the ability to turn the lighting effects off. Alright, this is not the way to get out. Yeah, the sound effects have only been in for like maybe going on 2 years or so now. Because I've been trying to sell this game to some of my friends for like years. It's kind of like a joke now. But when they added sound, I was like, guys, they got sound in the game now, and they did not care. I don't think this is the exit now. The exit's probably in the middle. I just need to look at my map and figure out where I went wrong on this. Alright, let's go back to the center. Oh, did I get a ticket? Doop, boop, 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 boop. Still no ticket. Alright, where is the exit? So if I go down, try this. And was there... So there's that. That, I think, is the exit. It looked like there were stairs on the right side. So I vaguely remember coming in on the side. Yes, okay. Because I don't remember his name anymore, but there's a guy that keeps on, like a month or two ago, kept on getting stuck in the same hole. So he would put in chat, like, hey, if anybody's around, I need help getting out of this. So I had to go down these caves and go save him numerous times. Because he kept on going down there and just forgetting a rope. Like for a couple days in a row. And sadly, nobody in chat ever went to help him. Like it was only me that was like, oh yeah, I'm coming to help. Okay, let's go back out. Passage. Oh, we're gonna go back to Yellowhar. Yes. Oh, and they automatically take money out of your bank now. For almost everything you do, if not everything you do. So you don't have to have money on you to pay for everything. As long as it's in your bank, it's all connected. Same thing with all the depots in all the cities are connected now too, so they're not all separated. Like you have to go to Theus to get to your Theus depot. You have to go to Carlin to get your Carlin depot. Which I know a lot of players originally were disappointed with that. Granted, that's been in the game for like a long time now. But I always hated having to go back to a very specific town, especially as a free player where you couldn't take the boats. Oh, that sucked. Oh, and they're adding boats now to the free accounts. So free accounts can do some quest or something and take boats between some of the cities. Which I think was one of the major hurdles of being free, was just the huge lack of transportation. Like, you just had to walk everywhere, and if you're low level, that takes a long time because you don't walk fast. Oh, and free accounts can go to Yalahar now. I don't know what mission they have to do, but the patch notes say, like, what mission you have to do, and you get, like, a guest pass to Yalahar. Which some of the player base is getting up in arms about because they're like, wait, where am I? Oh, okay. Because they're like, oh, all the bots are going to come here now, but just report them. Well, report them and hopefully the devs actually ban them, which I guess is maybe where the players are getting mad about because much like every MMO, players don't get banned as often as you would hope. Like in World of Warcraft, the few times I've seen botters, they would be in the same area for like weeks, if not like months, and I would keep on reporting them. And I know Blizzard will say like, oh, we don't want people to know our methods of banning botters. It's like, bitch, just I reported them, banned them. There's not like a detection method that they did. It was player reported. Player reported, you went and saw the bot yourself, like hire some fucking devs or GMs, have them go look at them, then report them. Or then ban them. Like, it's not hard. Hire one dude per server, and he just goes to all the locations that people have reported botters. Like, QA in these positions probably get like 40 to 60K a year. Microsoft can take that. I don't think you need a pass. I should find out what quest he has. Like as a premium account, you just talk to the boatmaster and you can just travel. As a free member, I think you have to do a mission to do it. I wonder if I can bring that up. Let me see. Tibia. Where is that update? Here we go. So where do they say? Let me type in travel. Nope, boat. Damn, was it not in this? Oh yeah, one of the things they added just now was this. How do I get to it? They added like a new player thing where it gives you in-game information on like how to talk to NPCs because that's not intuitive to people. What happens when you die? That there is a quest tracker, even though it's mediocre. How hunting works, how the market works. So like they're doing some new player work to teach people all the features in this game because it's not obvious to new players in this game. Like when I first started in like 2004, I didn't understand how climbing a fucking like stairs worked. So I'm like, am I clicking on the stairs itself? Am I clicking on the block of the stairs? Do I have to use the ladder? Do you have to use the ladder? How does the rope work? When I played when I was a teenager, I didn't understand any of that because no other game I played had those features. And no other game has them now, so it would make sense for them to have to add like how these systems work. And I don't even use them. Like I barely use the prey system. I barely use imbuing. Wheel of Destiny. I don't know. Do I still have a point? No, I used all my points. Okay. I was like, I forgot about that. Man, I thought there was a... Here we go. So this is it. Yes. Well, no. You can use WASD now. Like, you don't have to use arrow keys and you don't have to click to move. So yeah, I use WASD. I think these are the default, but I don't remember what I changed and what's default. But it's WASD to move now. And instead of clicking on the enemy to attack, you can push spacebar. And it cycles through... I don't have it up. Do I have it up? Where the fuck is it? I don't see it. It cycles through your battle list. So I think I have it like the nearest enemy to me, and then if I push spacebar again, it goes to the next nearest. So yeah, you can just walk, space, attack. Like you barely have to use your right hand for anything. Other than I have my keybinds down here on my mouse for my healing and my ability. But yeah, WSD to walk is really good. You can change all the hotkeys, which I don't remember if that was in the game by default. But you can change everything you want. So yeah, so these are the movement that's default. Then Control R is how you get on your mount and off your mount. Okay. All the customizations. There's a lot of paid cosmetics. Depending on when you played, these might not be in. I don't mind it because whatever, though it does feel like they keep on going maybe too far on what you can pay for. Granted, that's already been like way past. I think they've already gone too far in too many ways on what you can pay for, but I'm not on a PvP server, so I don't care too much. I mostly play solo, so I try not to think about it. But yeah, they've done, like, you can basically buy power in this game as you can World of Warcraft, as you can almost every MMO except maybe Final Fantasy. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so free accounts can now just instant boat travel through by default, so you don't have to do anything fancy. You can just go to the boat captain, say, hey, Carlin, and you'll go to Carlin. You can only train your skills up to level 50 or 30 with magic, which is offline training. Free accounts didn't have that before, so that's better than nothing. They can come to Yellowhar now. Knights get Brutal Strike, Paladins get Ethereal Spear, Sources and Druids get Energy Strike, Terror Strike, Flame Strike, Ice Strike, and all classes get Magic Rope, Levitate, Haste. It says you get a party list now. I didn't know that was a premium thing, so I don't understand. It says you'll be able to benefit from the party list and its sorting and filters options in your hunts and fights. It allows you to keep track of the health, points, and mana of party members and their summons. I didn't know that was a premium feature. I guess because I don't party in this game, didn't realize that was a premium feature, so that kind of sucks that it was. Oh, and free accounts now get the full stash. So originally, free accounts did not have access to... What is this? Oh, that was just when I bought the guild house. Or rented it. Free accounts didn't have access to the stash, where you could stack all your consumables in here. So now all accounts get access to this, which is pretty big. Because this makes it so easy to find exactly what you want without checking through all your fucking boxes. So like if I want my fish, I can just take my fish out for food. Is anybody buying these yet? Alright, somebody's buying all these flame arrows I found, so I was picking those up when I was killing, like, whatever fire dudes for a bestiary, and I didn't want them, but somebody's buying them. So I made 3,000 from that, which is not terrible. Usually I just throw stuff in here, but I don't think anybody actually needs most of this. Like, what is this? Somebody's buying vortex bolts. Like, I don't care. Go for it. Ooh, I don't know if any of the stuff I found sells for anything. I wasn't paying attention to what I was picking up. So let's see. What is that? Fur bag, nothing in it. What the fuck is this? A wooden spoon probably doesn't sell for anything. So let's see if the wooden spoon sells for something. Nope. Can you buy it? Yeah, so, oh shit. I accidentally clicked off. So I wanted to add this to my not loot list. I have so many fucking sandals. Why do I have sandals? Okay, I need that to my list. Get rid of those. Where do I even have these boots? Normally when I pick shit up and I forget to add it to my not loot list, I just throw it in my... Here we go. Jesus Christ. I just throw it in my depot when I get back from a hunt, and then I forget about it. Okay. And normally I don't care too much what I get for things. I'd be like, I sell that. I just don't want to carry all the excess. And I try to clean up after myself, though people generally don't care, just throw shit on the ground. Like, have some common courtesy, people. Alright. These sell for anything? Yeah. Like, I could go to whatever vendors to sell these, but it's not worth my time. Do you ever not mean to do anything? Yeah. I don't know when I would use those, but I'll keep them for now. How much money? That's a couple thousand, maybe. I saw what a cat sounds like. Was that the sound the cat made? Alright. Yeah, about 45. I've thought about making other hotkeys for the commonly used phrases like deposit all and yes, but I've never done it, so I just keep on typing them in. Is that the cat? Sounds like a something about the audio around the cat makes it sound like it's a squeaky wheel or something. I'm pretty sure I've been to the next area, so let's see if I can see if I can go in there directly without going through the gate. I don't remember if I've unlocked it. Nope. I've not unlocked this gate. What time is it? 11 o'clock? I can probably play maybe for another hour or so. I have a meeting I have to get to help somebody move some files and shit. I don't remember what's in the next quarter. Oh, I should talk to this guy down here, see if he has a quest. Alright, what do you got? Oh, you teach us spells? Say 7 spell. Sure. Oh. I thought maybe I could learn it early, but damn, that's not till level 200. Well, fuck me. Let's say arena. I don't know what's over here. I'm just going to assume they're lower level than me. At least all this stuff so far is. For good measure, let's put, let me see, get out. I think I'll put R instead of out. Because I remember doing this a long time ago to fight the mutated zombies up here. I think they're north of this. But I don't... I remember there being a lot of enemies. I'm like, oof, I don't want to fight that. Loudy. Okay, these guys aren't bad. I mean, I'm not killing them quickly. Or, I mean, they're not killing me quickly so far, so maybe they won't immediately destroy me. I do remember almost dying here a long time ago, like maybe around level 20 to 40. Okay. On the Gladiator, I'm not doing... Holy shit. Okay, I've never fought these guys before. Fuck. Well, I know nothing about them. Let's go down here. Exit. Oh, is that it? Okay, that was it. Now I know not to fuck with those if I see them in a group. Because I could use my healing potions to kill them. But if I have to use healing potions, things are going bad. Which is why I only keep 35 of them, because I don't use them too often. Oh, who just went invisible? What? I think you're invisible too. Seems like they're strong to physical, if I had to guess. I mean, they have a shield, but... Okay, only 2 per doesn't seem too bad. Or, yeah. Good thing I don't remember fighting these last time I was up here. Or maybe I saw one hit me and I just fucking hauled ass. Great Schnitzel has appeared somewhere in the world. Is that a boss? I don't know what the Great Schnitzel is. Hopefully not near me. Oh, somebody else here. Somebody killed that. There are a lot of bosses in the game now, too. I don't remember how to get to it, but with the bestiary, there's like a bestiary about all the bosses and then like keeping track of how many you killed. I wonder if I can... that's the beast one. Here we go. I've only ever found this boss. I've never found any of the others. There's a lot of them. But the one boss is still kind of a pain, and he's usually, when I find him outside Garland or a roundabout. So if I had to guess, if I found any of the other bosses, they might take more effort. Who's here? Mutated rat. Alright. If you played before, your other account might still be around. Like, this account was still around. I did lose my original account because I couldn't find it anywhere. So my original, like, old school account's missing. Which is disappointing, but, you know, it's not too big of a deal. Hey, if it's been 11 years, it should still be around. I don't think they delete accounts. As long as you remember the email, you might be able to find it. Unless it's been stolen by now, because people were still trying breaking into Tibia accounts, I guess, to steal all your shit to sell on like the black market to make money or something. I'm not sure the point of it, but. Oh. I don't know if I've seen a mutated bat before. Oh, okay, I have. Let's go, exit. That's fair. With my account, I ended up documenting it in a OneNote. So if I ever did forget, I would have it documented somewhere so I could remember the password and all that. Man, everything go visible over here. I've still not seen whoever's killing stuff over here, though he seems to... Like I'm right behind him, I guess. Yeah. Mad Doc sounds familiar. I don't know if I've seen it play with that name, or that's like a known NPC. Let's find out what's down here. Okay, 2 tigers, not too bad. 3, we'll see how it goes. So we know they run. I'm not going to chase them. Okay, it looks like I don't want to stand behind them because they do a lion attack. There he is. Ooh, level 50. I would not want to fight things at level 50, but I guess if he can, like, fight them one at a time, or maybe these guys can't see invisible or something. And with things that go invisible, I use this as well. Inflict wound, because it would take them out of invisible. I mean, hitting them does that too, but you don't have to waste an ability for one guy going invisible. Jesus. Alright, let's make sure nobody's trying to contact me for my job. No ticket. Still clear, still clear. Okay. I don't want to fight too many of these guys. Like 2 is probably enough. 3, they might like do some fucking combo on me. Let's put wound. Exit. I don't want to keep on going down there, so for now, I'll just put glads. They do a little too much damage for what I want to fight at the moment. Like, I don't want to have to, like, hyper-focus. Like, they're not that hard, but it's more than I want to do. God damn it. Okay. I'll just put more enemies. Did the guy come back up here? Yeah. So I'll let him do that. And I try not to be too big of a dick. Like, if he's fighting here, I don't believe in calling spawns, but I don't really care about fighting in this area. So if he wants to have it to himself, I'm not going to be an asshole. Like some places do, and I think this is way higher level than I am. They'll put like the note or letter on the ground being like, I have this spawn from this hour to this hour. Fuck that. If I want to kill something, I'm going to go kill something. I don't give a shit about calling spawns. Like, if it's a small, like, tiny spawn with there's only, like, 2 enemies, and then sure, maybe I'll leave just because it'll be annoying for me. But if it's, like, multiple floors of stuff, I'm just going to go fight stuff. Did he ever say anything? I don't remember who that Tony guy was. That's not his name, is it? No. That must have been an NPC I talked to. Who's in the arena? Just gladiators. Okay. What's up here? This is the area that I've been in. It doesn't seem to be anything major up here. I mean, there's the end of the glads, which can kind of fuck me up, but not too bad. I'm gonna explore it up here. What the fuck? Why is there so many notes here? What the fuck are you? Well, don't break out of there and kill me. Hey. Okay, I can probably get out of this area now. This I could see easily just spending a lot of time in because I'm pretty sure I don't have the bestiary for the mutated rats, tigers, and bats. But the other guy's here, and I can easily explore further out without impeding him and with being able to do more. Oh, if you want to make an account, though maybe it's too late, I could do a referral code. I don't remember what we get. I think eventually I get a costume or something. Again, if you've already made an account, not that big of a deal. But I just thought about it. I think I have these two. Okay. Yeah, not that big of a deal. What's in here? I'll cover these guys. Okay. Okay. Just one of them for a little test. I imagine how Yellowheart goes as it gets harder as you progress, going around. So everything here, maybe I can kill without any issue. Though if there's only one of them, sometimes I get scared because I'm like, well, there's only one for a reason. The reason's probably because they don't trust you to fight all of them. Okay. Nothing there. What's up here? Can't read it. I don't know. Okay. I'll waste all my stuff to kill him, but this is not worth it. This is a huge ass waste of mana. I just want to get one in the books on this guy. I don't know if he throws rocks or something, so I'm gonna stay diagonal to him. Jesus Christ. One of 1,000. Where'd he even drop? 100 gold. That probably didn't pay for my potions, but. Oh, yeah, that's my thing. If there's only one, maybe there's only one for a reason. Because I only knew that guy by name. I think I've seen him before, but I've never obviously killed one. Okay, I've killed these before. Mine. Poison. I want to explore this fully before moving on to the next area. Drop some meat. Ooh. Ooh, that does not look fucking good. I don't know what ability he used initially, but that looked like it would destroy me. People also used to kill giant spiders like a level 20 back in the day, but again, I wonder if it was casters or if it was like groups of people doing it. Because they're still a pain in the ass, but maybe they were only doing one at a time, and that's like doable at lower levels. Is that a Hydra? I don't know enough about these guys. Okay. So, sort of like a behemoth. I'll kill it just to get it in the books, but I did not like Diablo 4, so I'm not going to buy uh, the expansion for it. And out of all the characters they could have added, they know people want the Paladin or the Crusader. Why would they not add that? Because they don't want to copy what they did with Diablo 3, I guess. But my idea of why they, not that you asked, but I'm just going to give my opinion on this since Diablo came up. My opinion of why they announced the character that nobody gives a shit about, that looks like they could have just made Druid a better character, is because they're going to sell the Paladin separately as a DLC like they did with the Necromancer in Diablo 3. Because if you give a character away when somebody buys the game, you want it to be a character that people want to buy by itself. But if they gave the Paladin away with buying the DLC, then they can't sell something for more money. So they might as well give a new character away that nobody would buy than sell the Paladin as DLC that they know everybody's going to buy because everybody wants it. I am like 99% sure that's what they're going to do. Diablo 4 is not... Okay. The open world in Diablo 4 is cool in theory, but in concept, in reality, it sucks. Like maybe it's a little bit better after they finally added like the mounts not having, like you don't have to dismount to go through barricades and all that bullshit. But Diablo 4 Diablo 4 is a diet Diablo 3. Like, Diablo 3 is a really shitty Diablo game, but it's a very good hack and slash game. Diablo 4 is a good Diablo game, but it's a very shitty hack and slash game, in my opinion. Uh, yeah, true on that. Uh, and I don't actually know the timeline of this, so I could be wrong on how this played out in reality, but it feels like the way that. Who was the first game to do it in the Blizzard? It might have been World of Warcraft was the first one to do the generator spender thing. I don't think Diablo 3 had that, but Diablo 4 definitely has that bullshit. So I think. So Diablo 4 sucks because they took from World of Warcraft on. Modern World of Warcraft is almost every class has like the rogue style of play in WoW where you get the combo points. So you're generating combo points to spend the combo points. Blizzard, in their infinite dumbass wisdom, was like, hey, you know what would be cool? If every class in World of Warcraft had you generate something to spend it to do your damage. That sucks when every class has it because then it's no longer unique. They took that shitty idea and they shoved it down Diablo's throat, making it where every class in Diablo 4 ostensibly plays the exact same with no unique class identity because they're all using some shitty ass ability to use the ability that you want to use. And like, sure, there were some like meta builds, at least when I played Diablo 4, that played around that. So like you could do necromancer stuff with like I think Corpse Explosion, where you could ignore your generator because you were generating a different way. But I'm pretty sure they nerfed that. So like you're back to using shitty abilities that do almost no damage that nobody cares about to use the cool abilities. And can we be honest, the new character in Diablo 4, the only thing that looks cool is the centipede thing, which is poison, which should be what the necromancer has. And all these cool, like new, like temporary summons or spirit things are just things that the druid should have had, or even like a monk, kind of like you said, it was like a monk light. The in in the dev video or whatever they did for the new class in Diablo 4, they're like, we chose I don't remember his name. I'm just going to call him Spirit Monk. We chose the Spirit Monk because like it fit the expansion and like it fit the what we're going for. You know what else? You know what else fucking fits the expansion? That the expansion is you building around Ball getting stronger and you're going to go fight him, or maybe not Ball but Mephisto. A fucking paladin. What's better to kill one of the like champions of evil than a paladin? Not this spirit monk, just because you decided to do like some kind of desert like Act 3 Diablo 2 type thing. It's so stupid. Yeah, I think it's just because the character looks boring. Because like I usually people are hyped for a new character because they want to see something new to a game. Does anybody care about the new Diablo 4 character? I don't think anybody cares. Not that I've seen. Because it looks boring. Only one spec looks cool out of all the specs. And even the devs have said, like, yo, the centipede spec looks fucking cool. It looks like a waste. Maybe I'm just being a Debbie Downer on this. But I think it looks boring. Oh, what was that? what was that? This isn't too bad. That's not too bad. Okay, sorry, I got stuck on the rogue part. Then I started thinking about wow. I didn't actually get to the ending of your comment. Uh, I, I didn't play a rogue in Diablo 4 outside of the beta that they did, and it seemed cool. But then the entire time I'm playing the rogue, I'm like, where's my assassin? Like I want a trap assassin. And where would that say? Okay, that's not where I'm at. Like maybe the rogue had traps. I think it had a couple, but it wasn't quite the same. And that might just be on me, where I'm like, hey, I want what I'm used to. I don't want all this new bullshit. You're telling me that the class that a Blizzard developer released for a new expansion is overpowered, causing people to maybe want to buy the expansion even if they didn't want to, so they could metagame? Who would believe that Blizzard would do that? The pros at balancing characters properly and consistently since like '84. They're not the only people that do this. All developers do it. Like I play Marvel Snap. Hey, who would have guessed that a class that's getting their own bundle that you can pay for like $99, where you're getting a card that maybe you didn't previously have, is getting a buff 2 days later in the patch that's coming out? Who would have seen this coming? League of Legends or any MOBA game. Hey, the new character that you can either pay with in-game currency or you can buy outright with real money is buffed. Whoopsie. Microsoft bought out Blizzard. Well, Microsoft bought out Activision. And then I see you, Luca. If you end up getting on, send me a message. Yeah, I mean, this is my name, so if you get on, you can message me in Tibia anytime. Or you can send me a mail in game or message me on Discord under Death from Haze or wherever. But yeah, Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard, and people thought it was going to be like like even myself was like, oh, fucking awesome. Phil Spencer comes off as a stand-up guy, and like he doesn't make all the decisions. But shortly after they bought out Activision Blizzard, they laid off what, like 19,000 people or something like that. They laid off a shit ton of people for Activision Blizzard. I don't know which studios they were under. Like it could have easily been for King, or it could be the mobile division or something like that. But I think it was for Blizzard very specifically, and not King. Oh, sorry. I'm streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. There's a guy named Luca the Lion Bear on Twitch that told me he's leaving, so I said bye to him. But you're on YouTube. He was on Twitch. So I'm staying for now, but Luca from Twitch had to go. I just have my chat combined in one thing so I can see both. For specific studios, I pay attention to all this stuff happening. It comes from following GameSpot back in the day, then Giant Bomb, and then now Nextlander. And I was actually listening to the newest Nextlander podcast today, which is Vinny, Brad, and Alex from Giant Bomb, and two of them from GameSpot, 20 years ago. They just had Jason Schreier on, which was the Kotaku writer, and then I think he works for Bloomberg now, and he's writing the book about like the rise and fall of Blizzard, or whatever the title of his book is. So I was just listening to him talk about his book like 2 hours ago. And I play a lot of Blizzard games, so for better or worse, I kind of keep up through osmosis on their ongoings. Like I play Here's the Storm probably more often than I play Tibia. And Here's the Storm is still getting patched. Uh, but also, like, since a lot of the stuff Blizzard does is not unique to Blizzard, you can kind of just see it happening in all games. So once you see the pattern, you're like, well, all these gaming studios do this thing, so it's not a surprise that when they do it, it's disappointing because you would hope Blizzard would be better. But again, Blizzard is the studio that's never been able to properly balance World of Warcraft, and they've had decades. Which is funny when like a new MMO comes out and the player base is like, man, how come you guys had a shitty launch? Like, this sucks. I'm going to downvote your game. It's like, dude, it took Blizzard 15 years to get a stable expansion release, and they have all the money in the world with all the backing in the world. Why would you expect this other studio that doesn't have the same kind of infrastructure and money to be able to do it better? Like Diablo 3's launch was infamous. Diablo 4, Blizzard's gotten better. I think Diablo 4 went relatively smooth. The last two expansions for World of Warcraft went pretty smoothly. Like Dragonflight was kind of fucky, getting on the boat from like Orgrimmar, getting in there. Like the boat would disappear and you would fall off and die. But for the most part, it was good. My Discord name is... How do you even look that up on Discord? Here we go. Boop, 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 boop. My Discord name, yeah, it's just Death from Ace. Because I think they made everybody make a unique names, so it's no longer like a billion Death from Aces with like a number like 5372 or whatever. But yeah, my Discord is just Death from Ace. Well, you said you're Jack Cat, so let me. I'm gonna close this door. Do. All right, see you friend request. I don't specifically know how Discord works and all this. I don't know if there's a search or you just have to type specifically for the person. But I do know they made everybody choose like a definitive name a while back. Oh, I also did this. I don't remember if I still have it set up. This would be the perfect time for me to test it out. What time is it? Okay. Where's my message? I put a command in chat that's exclamation point Discord. So you might be able to do that, and it might bring up the link to my Discord itself. I added it the other day, but I don't remember. Did that come through? I don't remember if I told it to not show up in my chat, but maybe it shows up in the chat that people can see. Hey, look at that. It works. So that should be the Discord specifically for like my quote unquote streamer channel, which only has one person in it right now because I don't stream often and I forget to post it when I do stream and there are people in chat. I go through cycles of streaming and playing games and then just watching anime and doing nothing. Or sometimes you just don't want to stream and play a game. Or you don't want to stream and play a game, you just want to play a game. Even like it's easy to just, push the hey stream button and go live. Sometimes a motherfucker just wants to play a game and not silently, but understandably, be judged on how you're playing. Though, granted, I'm not known to be good at games, so nobody's expecting high-level play on any game I play over here. Well, actually, there's no expectations because nobody knows me. Which is a good place to be in. I watched Trigun originally. I'm not going to say when it was airing because I don't know that time frame. But when I was in high school, I think Trigun would come on. Maybe Toonami. I don't specifically remember. It might have been Toonami. Trigun came on, so I know I watched some of it, but I never. I remember none of it, and I didn't finish it because I think that was the same time I was watching like Inuyasha, which I've still never finished to this day. Lately, I've been watching a lot of isekais, but there's an anime that I've been watching that's been really good. Like, I don't give a shit about sports. Like, any sport, I don't care about. But there's an anime I've been watching called Blue Lock that's about soccer. Pretty good. I've been enjoying that a hell of a lot. Oh, it's so nice to be able to kill these guys in one hit now. I leveled over here like around level 20. And it took some time. But I've not been back in like 60 levels. A 90s anime that I watched a couple years back was what's the name of it? It's the one where the guy has a helmet on to hide his identity, and he has an eye that like mind controls people or makes people do specific things. What was the name of that anime? Oh, was that another player? I can't remember the name of that anime, but that was really fucking good. I'm blanking on what it was called. Trigun I should probably watch. Because, like, I have a friend that is not hugely into anime that watched that as well, and he loved it. Right. Sometimes I have to remember that I'm work, so I just had to check my messages to make sure I'm not missing anything. Very easy to forget that I'm technically on the clock. No, if no tickets come in and nothing breaks, there's nothing to do. That being said, I should check these other tickets. Nope. Nothing to do. Have I... So maybe mutated humans are one. How many of these have I killed? Mutated humans. I've killed a shit ton of mutated humans. I was about to say maybe I should put a charm on them, but I don't need to kill them. I'm going to, but I don't need to. I think I had a mission over here that I need to kill some like bog monsters or something. They might be up northwest somewhere if I remember correctly. Damn. Well, maybe I need to go drop off some supplies. I think it's down here. I can't remember the name of the anime with the guy with the red eye. I think it's from 90s. It's pretty old. I also watched Death Note within the last couple of years too, and that was really good. Pretty sure I have this way open. Yep. Two mutated quarter. I spelled quarter wrong, but doesn't matter. What is the name of that anime? Anime with guy with red eye. Nope, that didn't come up with anything. Apparently that's a lot of animes. With red eye to control people. Code Geass. Code Geass was fucking amazing. I originally didn't watch it because it has like mechs in it or something, and I thought that's what it was about. And I was like, dude, I don't care about mechs. I don't want any of this mecha shit. I don't want robots of any kind. They're ancillary to the thing. They're in there, but they're not the point of it. And the anime was so good. After I finished it, I looked like, oh, I wonder if I can buy a figure or the helmet. And you can, but it was like hundreds of dollars. I was like, I don't want to. I don't want to spend the money on this. I already spent money on an Abathur statue. That was like a couple $100 or something. I don't want to do this again. Where's the guy that buys potions back? That's not you. It might be over here. Let me check my Discord. You said you added it. Oh, hey. Hey. No. I think it was in a tower. Yeah. There we go. Trade. Why would you go to the left side? Go to the right side. So, okay. So, yeah, do potion. Potions. I minimize this. Oh. There we go. Go deposit some money. So I have, let's guess. I'm going to guess 5,400. Blah, blah. Ooh, 6,300. Oh, what was I recommended under? Because I do have a video of the... I think the only video I have of Diablo is the beta boss fight against the world boss. Though I don't remember if my sound... Something got weird on that recording because I was like, oh shit, the boss is starting in the beta. I need to get this real quick just for fun. But I wonder if that's what recommended me was my one Diablo video. Unless you also play Heroes of the Storm or have ever played Tibia or like anything else. Because since the first thing you asked was about Diablo, I'm guessing it was maybe something Diablo related. I still got enough potions. And I don't think my Diablo video does well because I don't remember what broke it. It is cool that people are liking Diablo 4 though. Like I wanted to get back in to do the story. But the story in Diablo 3 kind of sucked. Or Diablo 4 kind of sucked. Like like the cutscenes were like badass. Like I still really love the cutscene. I liked some of the story, but the best story was, I'm not going to remember the names. Was it like technically Act 2 with the guy's son turned into a monster, then you had to kill him? I think that was the story? It's been a while now. Like Doran was his name, I think. But then he dies in the stupidest fucking way imaginable at the end of the game, like by the little guys that you killed in Diablo 2 in hell on the wall. They're like, guys. And then he dies, and you're like, oh, okay. This is how they decide to kill this main character? Or up to that point, it's like pseudo main character. Maybe the player base at large like that. I don't know. I didn't read about it. But that was my takeaway from it of like, oh, this sucks. Like none of it felt cinematic to me. Like Blizzard storytelling has always not been for me. I've always not liked how they've done it. Uh, but like it felt like it was missing more. Like I don't know what they need to do that would work for me. Like make all the story bits that are interesting cutscenes or something. Uh, but like that might just be a me thing because I know people really like the World of Warcraft story, but I could not tell you anything about the World of Warcraft story like remotely. But people seem to really like it, but I couldn't tell you what it is because the way they tell the story just doesn't work for me. Like I don't want to read all these quests and get like Jupt fed story. Like just give me one badass cinematic that tells me the entire story. Like when the short time I played the Final Fantasy MMO, I skipped all dialogue in that unless it was a unskippable story or they were like, yo, you probably don't want to skip this cutscene. Then I would watch it and it would be cool. But I'm like, well, now I don't know what's going on because you didn't do a proper job telling the story in all the other cutscenes, and you didn't seem to think it was important because I could skip it without a warning. But this might be a me thing. What was that? Nope, not for me. Alright, I think the guys got a kill are up here. Hey, people give me an opportunity to talk and complain about a Blizzard product, I will do it. I had somebody ask me if I was going to play Diablo 4. Went on a rant about Diablo 4 and then Blizzard. I mean, you're not going to play Diablo 4 either. I, I think I would play Diablo 4 if they put it on sale for like $10. Maybe $20. And even then, I'd be like, I could play these other games. Yeah, you probably weren't here for it, Josh, but were you here for my guess on why the Paladin was not the character for buying the expansion? It's because they're going to sell the Paladin piecemeal like they did the Necromancer. Like, we all know that's happening, right? Oh, I should heal before I find those guys. Oh, these guys don't want to die. How do I make you a mod? Let me check. There, you're a managing moderator, so you can block the naughty words and whatever other shit. I don't remember what wording they use, but I don't think YouTube just said cuss words. I think I made Ray mod, but I don't remember because usually I don't have the screen up. How did you refund Diablo 4 before launch? Didn't you and I play all of Diablo 4? Oh no, you bought it on PC and console, right? Like, didn't you buy it on console so you could play like split screen or whatever? I think I've blocked some words, but balls is not a word that I care to block. I do think YouTube should have default words that are blocked, but I don't think they do. Because, like, you know, you want to go in there, and if it's been a while since I've done it, but I think you have to type each word you want to block. So, like the N word and all that, YouTube makes you type in to block, which is like whatever, but it feels kind of weird. But YouTube doesn't just have that innately blocked, as far as I could tell. So they're putting the onus on you to block a word that can get you flagged or whatever. I think Diablo 4, the base game, is now on Game Pass, but that only happened after the Microsoft merger. I don't think that was done before, so that's a relatively recent thing, all things considered. And I don't know if they've added the expansion on there. Not too sure. Because you have to remember, Kat, the merger, while known about for a very long time, was in like a legal limbo for like a year or something. It was a very long time. Ooh, I've not been down here. Ooh, what's in here? Hey, I found a quest item. For a little bit, it was thought that the merger wasn't going to go through because it's sort of like de facto making a monopoly. But Blizzard was like, or Microsoft was like, well, we just want them for the mobile business, which might be true because King still makes a shit ton of money from like Candy Crush or whatever. But the World of Warcraft mobile game they made sucks so bad. Like, it's so pay to win, it's almost embarrassing. The Diablo game wasn't bad, but it's also extremely pay to win. Because it was made by a developer that makes pay to win mobile games. Because the World of Warcraft one is kind of like what is it called? I can't remember. The tower defense game where you're sending people to the other side. That I think was also made by King. Because I think it was an offshoot of... I can't remember the name of any of these games. The game where you make a base and people invade you. That like people spend like hundreds of thousands of dollars on to make their base better. God damn it. I did not press exit. So the word that you have, oh, I guess in mine. So you retracted the word Josh, but on my chat on OBS where I have them combined between Twitch and YouTube, I can still see it. So I guess that's good. Though, well, I guess a mod's probably the only thing that can retract a message. I don't know if a normal user can take it back. Oh, here we go. Oh, I am low on health. And when I finally got the add-on or Chrome extension I use for chat, so I can get everything combined into one, which is what I have on OBS, so I don't have to look between all the different chats. They updated it where people can do commands now. So like exclamation point, Discord brings up my YouTube, my like quote unquote streamer Discord, which now has 2 people in it, including Kat. And I haven't said anything else yet because I don't know what else to put in it because I don't really do much. Maybe where'd he go? maybe my Twitch, or goddamn it, Twitch, my Tibia referral code, which the guy that made a Tibia account, I forgot to mention to him, so now he made one because of me, let's say, and I don't get credit for it, but I didn't want him to like have to make another account because that's stupid. Okay, there's just tigers down here. Yeah, I need to make a maybe a slash Tibia one that has the server that I'm on along with my referral code. That might be worth it. Because I can set the one that just happens every so often, but I don't think it's necessary because the chat's not fast. So if I set it like to happen every 5 minutes, it would be even more noticeable. Not that it matters, but how slow the chat is, where it's like, hey, this thing that happens every 5 minutes is like 4 times on the screen with like 2 conversations. Which again doesn't matter, but there's no need for it. Is that the only... That might be the only quest item I needed over here. But I also don't want to die, and I don't know if it's only bog raiders over here. Because I was streaming on Kick instead of Twitch, just because like Kick was a new thing. But nobody gets on Kick for like, here's the storm or Tibia, as far as I could tell, because nobody ever messaged me on either of those. Not that I'm a consistent streamer, but I've had more people message me in the 3 days on YouTube and Twitch than I ever had on Kick. I guess Kick is maybe more about like the real life streaming and gambling. Maybe. So once your WoW time ends, are you gonna hop on Tibia? You weren't here before, but Tibia, they're doing an update where new players get a lot more features and new abilities, so you don't have to pay to feel like you don't have to pay to use all the abilities where you're like, oh man, I don't have all this stuff. This is still Tibia. Like what I'm doing is still Tibia. You're just killing shit. There are quests, but you're not necessarily going to be motivated by the quests to do a lot of things. Or at least I'm not motivated by quests because I have them. And I know I need to kill bog raiders for something, but I don't remember what. I don't know which quest it is in my quest log. I think they do need to make the quest log better. Because it's kind of a mess. Hey, I finished not even now. I got 15 points for that. So let's see. Moderators. Have they added Raid Finder to WoW yet, or is that still like a quarter away, like a season away or whatever. Well, let me see if I can do. Where would I do this? Let's try here. Commands. Okay, let's try /Tibia server glad era. Okay, so I turned on that Tibia. Hey, look at that. Tibia. Now, how are people going to know that they can type these things in and get this information? Unsure. I might need to. Maybe that will be the thing that happens every once in a while, where I'm like, "Hey, this is." People probably ask, and I can just tell them the command. I don't know. Where do you see referral code? Tell a friend. Tell a friend, invite players, copy link. Here we go. So let me try this. Commands. Uh, I don't know if this is going to work, but let's try. Because I think I have it where you can click Tibia. Yeah, so it made it where you guys can click it. That's cool. Okay, so now I need to go here, do this. Uh, I feel pretty good about that. Ah, I didn't have my boots on the entire time. All right, so you're not going to play Tibia, but are you going to play Heroes of the Storm? Because you know when you saw me playing the other day, you were like, man, I want to get back into some MOBA action. What's that? Throw this in there. Nope. I don't think anybody buys the fur bags. I guess I could. No. See, I want to do the automatic thing, but there's no reason to do it. Because if I do it even like at 10 minutes, then I'm just going to see my own chat. Uh, if it's a day that nobody's ever talking, which is common, it would just be every 10 minutes they're done. So, I don't know. Worst case, people will ask, or I will suggest if they show interest in Tibia. Uh, yes. 12 o'clock. Technically, I'm on lunch now. Yeah, once an hour wouldn't be bad. I can do that. Because I don't stream for like a long ass time. Like this is probably the longest I've streamed in a bit, which is 3 hours. Uh, Usually it's like 2 hours or so. Just because it's the mood. All right, let's see. So fix messages at intervals. Intervals between broadcasts and minutes. I don't know what that means. Intervals between broadcasts. This is a broadcast. Whatever, I can test it out. Commands slash Discord and slash. I can't put lines between them, which is weird because I want to have them go in it like from top to bottom, but I have to have them side by side. Though this is a free extension, just turn the chat off. I've had the chat off for a while now. If there's toxicity, I don't know about it. If somebody pings more than like 5 times, like out of like, thanks for somebody, Krautcat? Krautcat? Yeah, I'm glad you found it as well. If you end up playing any of the games I do, I can join in, man. Heroes of the Storm, Tibia. Those are currently the things I'm playing. Though you might be on Diablo 4 for a long time, depending on how often you, how long you stick with games. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. See ya. The coolest set's like Fellheart, which is a Warlock set. Well, I don't remember what all the old sets look like, but that was my favorite. Discord. Let's try this to put a line between them. Slash Tibia. We'll see how that goes. So I'll set a 5-minute timer just to see how it looks. All right, let's find this quest. I think it's just Yelhar. Stroke. Oh, fuck. Show. I advise you to consider burning the research documents in an oven. It's your choice whether you bring them. I don't know where those research documents are. I don't know if I still have them. Kill the 3 plague bearers first. I don't know where the plague bearers are. I'm guessing it was where I was. I still have a good amount of mana potions left. I wonder if I can go in the next section yet. I don't remember what's there. Let's check it out. Keep your weapon ready and your protection. Don't leave the main path. Okay, so I do not have the ability to go here yet. Which is maybe good, because the Plague Bearers or the Bog Raiders are still a pain. Is this... Yeah, so the Fellheart set far left. I guess out of these three, the Phil Heart looks the worst only because it's on undead. Like they need to do something with undead where their shit doesn't always look shitty. Like at least the ribs aren't sticking through, which is a good sign because usually that's what happens with them and it just looks bad. But it's kind of like the orc problem is they're too beefy for a lot of sets to look good on them, in my opinion. So like I pretty clearly all sets are modeled to look good on like a human like form, and anything that deviates from that looks bad. Or like it looks stretched out in a bad way. So I guess they don't want to put all the work and time into making it look good and clean. Because I like undead, but a lot of the armor just looks bad on them. That's why I like playing human, is because everything's modeled after the human structure. That's why I played the new troll race, is because they were just tall humans. Let's put my boots on. And like the fact that like Blizzard still hasn't solved the problem of the eyelashes from the blood elves and people like popping out of the helmets, or like hair sticking through the helmets, or tusks sticking through the helmets is ridiculous. Because there are some helmets that have like a checkbox on them or something, like in the dev settings, that's like, hey, make it where this hides hair or something. But that's only a couple of them. So like I wanted to play the new elf rays from Dragonflight or from Legion whenever they added it, but their giant ass eyelashes or whatever the fuck like poked out of every helmet, and I was like, well, this just looks stupid. Or if you have a tail and you're playing a class with a tail, make it not look shitty. Like they could do it, they just don't want to spend the time or money on it. Now that since Blizzard has like 1,900 people less, we'll see how that goes. Didn't they just announce they're also doing a I thought there was another like that they were going to try. When I say just announced, this was like months ago. Like they're going to make like smaller games or something like that. So instead of these giant games, they're just going to try doing smaller, more discrete ones. Because I'm pretty sure they canceled the survival game that they were making. I don't know if Torrent's best as well. Like, Torns don't look as dumb as they probably seem like they would off the bat. Not all classes are created equal, or all races, and they seem okay with it. Are they healing themselves? Is that what's happening? Tibia is where it's at, Taryn. Let's look at this wild thing. And that's on a troll? If that's on a troll, yeah, it's because it's the troll being more human form standing up straight. That's why it looks good. Because it's basically human. Like all their stuff is built around, hey, are you a human? Do you have the human silhouette? Like, how do you tell it to be a hunched over troll? Or does the Zandalari troll not hunch over? Alright, maybe it doesn't hunch over. Yeah, this is Tibia. It's an MMO from 1997. It might be my favorite MMO, though it does take a lot of time, effort, and patience to do it. There's just I mean, there might be like unofficial ones, kind of like Ultima Online. But to my knowledge, there's not. Just you go to do the command. Do the command. Slide. Boom. I just made this command, so this gave me an opportunity to do it. That's the official website. To my knowledge, there's only the official. Oh, that was scary. There's only the official launcher to my knowledge. So you have to go. The website's kind of outdated, but again, it's a really old MMO, so you have to bear with it. For now, unless they change this, but I don't think they have. Tibia, that is my referral link just in case. Well, I guess I have it there, but just in case you wanted to know. You do a lot of your character creation and stuff on the website. You don't do it in the game. Hopefully, they eventually change that to make it easier to understand. But that's how it is. Oh, I don't know why I cannot cast a spell. Come away, Death Blob. You have different classes in this game. You have a knight, which is what I'm playing, which is melee focused with some like single target abilities and some small light AoE abilities. You have a paladin, which is an archer in this game, so you're using a bow with magic arrows. You have a sorcerer that is more magic focus on like fire energy. I don't know. I don't play the casters in this game, so I don't remember specifically what their stuff is. Let's just say fire energy for the source. That's probably wrong. In death, I think they do death magic. There's a druid which does ice magic, earth magic. They can make stronger healing runes. The druid is really good on damaging, but their main thing is healing. The sorcerer is mainly damage focused, but I think they can heal as well. Those are the only four. Yeah, the paladin is pure archery. You can either use a bow. Again, I only play really the knight. I think technically there's a bow and there might be a crossbow. There's a bow, there's a crossbow, and there's spears that you can throw. They have light magic as well, but a lot of their magic, from my understanding, is used to make unique arrows from magic. Like you're making fire arrows, earth arrows, power arrows. I think they have light arrows, and paladins also do have some form of holy magic. I should know more considering how long I've played this, but I've only very specifically played the knight, and I've dabbled in the other classes. Ooh. I don't know how strong these guys are. They don't seem to be killing me. Oh, they're fast as fuck. The paladin also can use shield, so you can do a shield and a spear either to attack or throw the spear. Okay, these guys run fast, so they probably lead you into traps. But they are not doing a lot of damage. The knight generally... let me put this nowhere. That fight. So on top of the kind of spells and abilities that each class can use, They also get... Each class gets its own discrete amount of hit points, magic points, and so forth as they level, along with carrying capacity. So paladins are like middle of the road, as they get a good amount of hit points and a good amount of carrying capacity, so you can carry more loot that you're going to sell in town or sell to other players. Sorcerers and druids have the least carrying capacity and the least life, but the most magic. So typically, you don't want to get hit in melee as a caster ever. Like, you can get hit, but if you get like surrounded, you're probably dead. Knights have the highest amount of health, carrying capacity, but maybe arguably the slowest hunting, because they don't kill as fast as the other classes, but the trade-off is they don't die as fast as them as well. Let's check this out. See, like, they need to do something about the hump on the Torn to cover it or something. Like, maybe Torns like it. It's just funny to look at. Like, it is just, like, going through your armor. Like, why? See, this is clearly made after a human because your hump is tearing through the armor. It looks like maybe it's intended with the shreds, where before it was just a mesh issue. So maybe this is meant to be funny, where it's going through, but at an angle. I don't know. But the trade-off on Knight is it's safer but slower. And dying in this game can be rough. You can lose levels dying. You can lose skill experience. You can lose your items. You can lose your backpack. There are ways to mitigate that, but you're always going to lose some amount of experience and some amount of skills. Like Knights rank up faster in shielding and all weapon skills. Yeah, sure, you cut the hole in the armor. The casters rank up in magic faster. That might be it. And paladins rank up in shield, ranged, and magic a little bit faster than Knight. Well, let me get to a safe spot. So there are blessings you can buy in the game for in-game money. They do have a way where you can buy it with real money, which I think sucks. But again, it's all games nowadays, so I complain about all the games doing it, but it's not a surprise. But each blessing gives it where you lose a lower amount of stuff as you were to die. But you lose all the blessings when you die, then you have to buy them again. They cost an okay amount of in-game money, but it's not insurmountable. So like right now, there's 0% chance you will lose your equipped container on your next death. So if I die, I won't lose any of my equipment, but I will lose a lot less experience and skills. And it can take a while to level up in this game, depending on if you metagame or not. I do not. Like, I've not leveled up in the 3 hours I've been playing, but there are people that if they're metagaming, they probably would have leveled up like 2 to 4 times by now, if not more. They're just streaming and exploring, and I don't want to try too many unique places I've not been before just to die. Have they released the new Dwarven class yet? Because I did hear that they delayed them or something like that, or they're not released initially, so people have to wait to get them. Like maybe for story reasons. Or what I think is they just want people to not be able to unlock them early, so when they do unlock them, it's like a little bit in the game, so they have to pay for the leveling up one. So more people will be inclined to pay the money to level them. I could have sworn I read that they got pushed back, but I guess not. Maybe that was unrelated or something else. Okay, 1 2 weeks, not bad. But do you think them not being in right at the beginning of the game? Oh, is it 1 to 2 weeks to go through all the bullshit to unlock them? Hopefully, they were easier to unlock than some of the other classes. Like when I had to go back to Dalaran from Legion to unlock those motherfuckers. Goddamn. And when I had to go back to whatever expansion to unlock the orcs, that was a huge pain in the ass. I went back to Warlords of Draenor or whatever expansion it was where people had their own little base to try to unlock the heirloom ring that you get from your base in like fishing or something. I gave that shit up real quick because you have to do like weeks worth of shit to get it, and it's not worth it. I get them wanting to gate people so people can't like no life the game and be at the end, but they're going to do it anyway. Like you're never going to be able to slow down the people that want to speed through everything versus the people that take it naturally. Because then, even 1 to 2 weeks, you're saying that a casual player is even going to be at the end of the expansion of the story in 1 to 2 weeks. They're not. Like when I worked at Healthmark, the girl that played WoW was on the Legion story for like months. I mean, she was just, going through, doing pet battles, doing all this other bullshit. She had a kid. And it's like, that's the casual player that Blizzard has all but forgotten. Which you see every time there's hey, it happened. I don't know if that was 5 minutes from when I said it, but whatever. Yeah, like I don't know anyone, I guess, personally or streaming, because obviously the only people I know playing this game are you and a couple of my other friends have played it. Okay, so let's mute that guy on Twitch. You are being banned. Boop. Uh, Nobody seems to care about the story. Like even when we watched the Asmongold video, or he watched the video of people beating like Shadowlands or whatever for the first time, and they played the cutscene. Then at the end of the cutscene, they were like, "Well, that's a fucking dumb," or "That's some bullshit." So my understanding is the writing's bad and nobody cares about the story, even the people that like the game. Yep, squirrel. And I mentioned this before, like they just need to have really good cinematics that tell all the story. Give me a really good intro cinematic to the expansion that tells the like the crux of the story. Maybe you get some like more flavor going through the missions. have like you beat the quote unquote campaign, give another story of what happened and what's happening, then maybe beat the raid, give another cinematic of like what happened in the game. I'm sure the story's fine, but like who's going to remember it? Like I liked Dragonflight. I could not tell you why I was in the Vault of Incarnates. And I heard those dialogue things a billion times. I don't even think there was a cinematic for that raid. Like, do they only do cinematics for like the raids that matter, like Sylvanas? But yet, any of the like the only content in the game in the expansion, there's no cinematic for that. Like, why? If there's only a handful of raids in expansion, why isn't there a cinematic and a compelling story for the raid that you get and understand within the raid itself? I mean, money is probably the answer, but it's disappointing. Like, money's always the answer, but I don't know. Uh, I mentioned this before. I think the way Blizzard tells stories is just doesn't work for me. Like the way they've told stories in all the games, I don't care about. Like the cinematics in Diablo 2 are really good. I couldn't really tell you. Yeah, but that's like the main raids. Vault of the Incarnates was ostensibly the main and only raid for a while in Dragonflight, and to my recollection, there was no cinematic for it because it wasn't like the story, like it wasn't the expansion defining raid, so it doesn't get any lip service outside of like maybe a couple quests. And I get it costs a lot of money, but we're paying them monthly for this content. So the people that pay for a couple months to play through the beginning of an expansion don't get the cool stuff. Yeah. But like I was saying, I just think their storytelling is not for me. Because I couldn't tell you what happened in Diablo 1, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, Diablo 4. The cinematics I like in all of them, and I like kind of can piece it together from that, but that's it. I didn't know I could go through this gate. That's it. All right, let's see who's going to kill me. Can't go through that door. I'm level 28 here. It's probably vampires and shit in there. I think I've killed Dark Apprentices. So I think I can kill those. Oh, okay. Oh, still did pretty good damage to me, but not bad. Okay, here. Next up. Okay. Level 30. Level 30 area? I guess I've never been here before. I always thought all this shit was way higher level. Because it's at the end of Yellowheart. Okay. Let's not die. God, just Give somebody. Damn it. Okay, I'm using a lot of mana here. Or are they draining my mana? Is that what's happening? Need to pay attention to that. God damn it. Ah! Level 40. Let's do it. Exit. Oh, what does that say? Gotcha, bitch. Oh, stairs. Okay. Do. Always finding a new area. Somebody else is down here. Get out of my way. This has to be for group hunts at 40, right? Or maybe not a night, because they're still doing not an insignificant amount of damage. How much damage are you going to do to me? Okay. I guess if this is level 40, then I theoretically should be able to do this without too much of an issue. Let's go here. Exit. It's crazy they're releasing them that fast, but I guess if they're building them with that in mind. But they're still full price expansions, are they? I guess that doesn't make a difference since the amount of content they were adding could be lacking anyway. Oh, these guys make you drunk. This sucks. Alright. I don't feel like doing that many. I'm gonna get in that chest. Rock. I don't know who's summoning the ghosts. It might be the blue guys. Because the ghosts can trap me, and I have to use my fire sword to kill them, and that can take a bit. Okay, ghost went away. I mean, yeah, I don't mind the quests being the expansions being smaller, but I don't know. I feel like for the price I'm paying, it doesn't always feel like a good deal. It's also crazy you're trying to get all of them to max. Like I get one, and that's it for me. Well, I end up going like I ended up going hard on the raid and stuff as well, so that's why I typically only do the one. This place is cool, but I'm not too focused on doing it. There's somebody else here. Yep, come on. There we go. Gotcha. I don't remember if you've mentioned it, but have you even done the raid? Or the raid finder in yet, or anything like that? Oh, that's pretty cool. No interest in like joining legit raiding groups, or is it still? Are they still pulling the shit that they did with Dragonflight, where it's like hard as balls at the first, and they're like, "Hey, we nerfed this by 50% damage. We nerfed this by 75% damage," just so normal people could do it because they care about like world first and all that stupid shit. Because I remember when my guild was doing Vault of the Incarnate, we could do it, but it was rough. But like the next week is like, oh, we nerfed it by like 20% and shit like that. Like it was dumb. That's good. Well, people don't always complain of the start because they don't know exactly how fucked it is. Because it could be like, okay, this is intended, but it's hard. But it's easy. Once they start nerfing all to hell, then you're able to be like, oh, they very clear this for like race to world first and all that dumb shit. But maybe they learned after Dragonflight or after the Vault, which is the one raid I did. It just doesn't sound like Blizzard to learn the lesson that fast. Since this is the same company that every couple of years they're like, we're going to finally listen to our players. And then all the feedback given during beta or the PTR is ignored. Not that I give the feedback, but then you see people later on mentions like, hey, we told you this was broken for like months in the PTR and you still released it like shit. But maybe they learned. I don't think they did, but maybe they did. Because again, this is the same company saying, hey, we'll listen. They don't listen for a couple of years, and then like, hey, we're going to start listening to players again. which eventually gets insulting because you're like, that means you're saying that you've never listened to us to begin with. Or you lied the last time that you said this. Though, I guess to be fair, it was not the WoW team that said that last, it was the Diablo team. Though the Diablo team still not listening to people. Oh, come on. Or I'd be willing to believe that the baseline normal difficulty is balanced, and then it's heroic and mythic, or whatever the difficulty names are for raids. Because that wouldn't be bad, but originally just normal was like brutal. Or like normal guilds not trying to min max potions and blah 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 blah. Now I should be able to go. According to this, in the last 3 hours, I have only made 50,000. I've used a lot of supplies. I came out ahead, so not too bad. Great. So that's not enough to deposit again. What are these? Pirate voodoo dolls. They sell for a little something. Stove, yes. I always forget. The temple's in a weird spot in this town. There we go. Pretty sure I've already got my daily. Oh, I didn't. Shit. Chain sword. It's been a while since I've been back to my guild house, so I should go back. Really the guy? Eutheus. You take me to Carlin? Yep. Alright. So I don't know if you're actually watching, if you're just listening, Josh, but I do have a guild house up here. Yep. I posted the guild house. in Discord, I guess. I think I still need to kill chickens. So kill that. Ah. So this is my guild house. The decoration sparse, but you also said you're in a dungeon. I don't think anybody ever moved in any of these rooms. Now, I gave them rooms, but maybe they just don't trust me, which I guess is maybe understandable because they don't know me. So, like, the guild leader can still open all the doors to the rooms, but I can give specific people permissions to go in the room and put stuff. But if they don't know me, maybe they're afraid anything they put on the ground I'll steal. But it's whatever. Oh yeah, I did bring food back because these guys kept on putting food next to all the beds so they could eat. 49 bananas. Guess I can deposit this food now. Yeah, bananas still got it. Food here. One. Let's do food. I'm trying to keep 100 of some of these foods. Just for fun. I'll just type. Oh, shit, I can. Okay. 70. Shit, how much do I have? 176. $94. Alright, looks good to me. I'll add to the food stash on the ground. These people can get mana. These are my other two characters. Who are these? I've not seen them on for a while, so these might be guys that just joined the guild, so I could keep it. Technically, I have my logo room up here. Okay, I actually have to work now, and I've been streaming for 3.5 hours, so I'm going to get off this. And somebody messaged me. So, if you're watching and you're not my brother, join the Discord. The one of the person watching, which might actually be me in another tab. I don't remember because I had to test out stuff, and I think Luca left, and then I'm pretty sure Kat had to leave, right? Torn Lou, I don't think he ever said he had to leave. But he said, I appreciate the tips and information last, and then I've not seen him since. Yeah, like and subscribe, which you can do if you're on YouTube, but I don't think you can do if you're on Twitch. I don't know how Twitch works. You can... I think you can like on Twitch, but you can't subscribe unless they're affiliated. Because I don't think Twitch wants you to make money unless they know that they're going to make a lot of money. I don't know how it works. But that's it. All right. See you guys. Oh, Restream said, you've received 100 messages today with the Restream chat. Then I could tweet about that if I wanted to. I'm not going to tweet about that. Because I do not have a Twitter. At least I don't think I did. I might have made one for the streaming thing just in case, but I don't remember. And it's probably not important because it feels like Twitter is a shit show. Because we're also still calling it Twitter. But anyway, all right. See you guys. Bye.